And now, on with the show.
What's up?
What up?
Hey. We are live. And okay, so for those of you who are confused, we were live last night for a bit.
You were not imagining things.
You were not imagining things.
This time.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
So we did go live last night for a little bit, but tonight, like we've been telling everybody, is to be sure to tune in tonight because we have these guys in the studio.
You guys.
So we got the guys behind the cameras this time around.
Yeah, we literally hide behind the cameras.
Literally, right.
Feel left out, I didn't bring mine with me.
There's enough to go around.
Right. But we do actually have some special guests, and we'll get to the extra special guests here in a little bit. But our special guest that we actually have tonight is Cody, who is a very talented singer-songwriter, and just, if you haven't checked him out, be sure that you do for sure. But I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves because...
Go, Pat.
Yeah.
You're oldest. Pat Kornatowski, otherwise known as Pat K, with K Videos. Your turn. That was it? Yeah, that was it.
That was it?
I'm just... Brandon Trulove, founder of Trulove Images. I do videography work. I like Cheetos. Playing with dolls. Yeah, playing with dolls. Yeah. Cody, fantastic photographer, by the way.
Yeah.
I suck at it. No. I shoot in auto mode.
He does great Photoshop work.
Well, my name is Cody.
Hi, Cody.
I am on. It's an AA meeting.
Hi, Cody. Hi, guys.
Oh, fuck, this is an AA meeting? Apparently I have the wrong beverage for this.
It was a trap.
Damn it. Or maybe it's just an intervention.
Oh, anyway. I'm High Five Cody on TikTok, and I am a stand-up comedian because I'm funny looking, and also it's.
But you're not funny.
Not funny, haha.
He's funny.
Not funny, haha.
Off the record. Shout out, you guys. But no, I'm also a singer and songwriter. Me and Brandon actually just got through doing a song, and hopefully we'll be getting it released pretty soon.
Ooh.
I'm excited about that. Can't go into straight details what it's about, but it's going to be pretty legitness.
Is this the song that I think it is?
Yes.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Cheers. Are we
Shots, fuck mates.
Video with the song? Yep.
Yes.
We are? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And last but not least,
I'm Preston Hooks with Flashover Photography
Yay!
and local
Hey!
media, and work with Rough Cut Productions, Cube Muses, etc., etc.
hell yeah, I'm excited for the whole Cube Muses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Did you guys watch the trailer?
Yes,
Great.
of course.
I saw the first episode a couple weeks ago.
Really?
It's so next level what Ash has done with the post-production on that.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, to be out and film it is one thing. He obviously does incredible work behind the camera, but just what he did with After Effects is next level.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
He's been doing it a long time. He's been
He has.
really good.
Yeah.
And the lineup for that is better than like 90% of festivals, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So the first question that I actually have for you guys is what got you started in doing photography and videography? Because that's I couldn't be at a show and I couldn't sit there and just take photos with the band on stage. I'd rather, I'm the one that's like, I got to be front center and I want to be involved and I want to experience it. But you guys having that passion behind it, like what got you guys into doing all of that?
Well, for me, my brother is in a band, Naturally Southern, up in Moultrie, Georgia. And I went up and listened to him for the first time.
and they sound really, really, really good in my opinion, right?
Right.
So then I got on YouTube and saw what kind of videos were out there. And not knocking anybody that does any kind of video work by any means, cell phone, whatever it is you got, just use it and use it.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, hell, I could probably do better than that. So my first video with him, I had shot it with a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, okay, well, let's get GoPro. So we got a GoPro 5, shot some video with it. Now I got a GoPro 7, shot some video, and then bought a AX53, shot more videos with it, and they started getting better and better and better.
Oh, yeah.
And then I bought a AX53 and was getting even better with it, I mean, I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was mounting shit on poles and running around with gimbals and whatnot. And then I bought a A7C and a bunch of different lenses and just kept going with it. And most of my experience comes from them because I had full access to big stages and whatnot.
Right.
And was able to do as I pleased and just started off there and just kept on going. And it's been about 5 years now, I think.
Only 5 years?
Yeah, only 5 years.
Damn.
Wow.
Speaking of awesome camera work, you can tell that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with this sweet camera work.
We got Pat's camera in the mix there.
Hell yeah. That's what I was giggling at. I wasn't laughing at your cameras. I flipped that over and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, what did that?
Is that the camera talking?
Yeah, what's your video, dude? Here we go.
Well, this podcast just got a lot more interesting. What about you, Brendan?
I don't know. I've always took pictures really as a kid with a Polaroid. My mom used to get so mad I would just burn through them in a day. And things were expensive to her back in the day.
Right.
Was growing up, shooting with cell phones. Never really messed with the film much for developing. I mean, I took a bunch of little disposable stuff and had her develop it, whatever. And I just took a bunch of random shots of nothing. But I think it really started when I joined the fire department and going in doing training seminars. I bought a Nikon D3400. Big camera.
Hey, that's a great camera.
Great camera.
It's still on my
It
rig
wasn't
today.
very expensive, so if I was inside of a burning house and it went down, I'm not out a bunch of money. But I started shooting all the training stuff for them and kind of got into the whole people scene. That's kind of fell into place. My buddy asked me to shoot his wedding. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It can't be that bad. Well,
Right.
that turned into another one and turned into another one. And 17 weddings later,
Holy shit.
here I am.
Wow.
And then I just kind of fell in love with the studio work because I can control all my environments. I can create like whatever I want. So
That's a really good way to look at it.
Yep. It's like the Bob Ross of photography.
Happy little cameras.
Yes, yeah. little lens.
On happy little tripods.
Yeah, like I say, there's never no bad shot. This is all. Every artist has a different way of viewing it. So.
Right. Right. I get that. And Preston, what about you?
So I guess I got into photography for the same reason most people get into rock and roll. I was just pissed. Like I worked a lot of disaster relief for Hurricane Michael and was in Chattahoochee when it hit.
Wow.
And there was just no media there. Like there was nobody talking about what people on the Forgotten Coast were going through, what it was really like in a couple days after that.
Wow.
And so I went out and bought a camera, and then eventually I went to school with Michael Nix from This Dying Breed.
Okay, yeah.
And eventually we linked up again years later, and he was like, you should come shoot This Dying Breed. Or I had asked him something like that.
Right.
And from then on, I've never stopped.
That's awesome. So you have a specific tattoo.
Oh, yeah, man.
You
Yeah.
going to show it off?
Yeah, I'll show it off.
This Dying Breed tattoo.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. That was done at Old Glory. Shout out to them.
Nice.
And based off the design by Brooks Williams. Shout out to her.
Hell
so, yeah, I'm real tight with those guys.
Apparently. That's awesome. So, Cody, what got you into the comedian and singing, songwriting? When did you start singing? Because your voice is very... it's.
Well, I would have to go out to the truck and grab my guitar. But I'll do that. I'll do that later.
Hey, we can make that happen.
Hell yeah.
But no, like growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friends,
Mhm.
and I wasn't really the cool cat, as you would say. I was always the one always getting picked on, either slammed in the lockers, and I was always the one. I was always the easy target.
Right.
But but
I knew that was him.
It's gonna be amazing.
growing up in a small town, you knew everybody because I'm not originally from South Georgia. I'm from North Georgia, and it was always about just family. And I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up, like I said before. But I moved down here about 2 years ago and ended up getting engaged, having a kid, and now it's just like when I first met Brandon kind of turned me on to just photography and stuff, and then he started turning me on to like comedy, and it just like the man's pretty much like my brother from South, and I'm his brother from the North.
Right.
So every time that we would end up doing something, we would always do it together. We would just try to figure something out, and it doesn't matter if we went kayaking at the springs in Florida or we were going to a waterfall up in North Georgia. I mean, it just didn't matter. It was always an adventure. So, and I was just along for the ride. But now it's just like I got to film the music video "Tragic" the weekend rock cover with Brandon. He says, "I need you to do B-roll." Hands me a camera. I'm like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?" I was like, "Do I turn it on me or turn it on them? Like, what do I do?" And he goes, "Oh no, it's just B-roll." And I was like, "I'm not
What
bitch
does
roll?
that
Like,
mean?
bitch roll? Is that what that's called?" No, we're going to take the clips that you shot, and if we need it in a spot that's not in the video that it would fit, then that's what B-roll is. I was like, so it's a bitch roll. You don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing.
It's an extra shit.
Clusterfuck from hell. But then, like, we thought we worked it out, and then, like, I'm pretty sure Josh was more than happy with the music video.
Mm-hmm.
Pat did an
Yes.
excellent job.
Yeah.
Joseph did an excellent job. Brandon did a good job, and I mean, it was just a great time, and we absolutely enjoyed every single second of it. And like once we finally got done with it, I was showing all my friends on TikTok. I was showing my friends on Facebook. I was like, y'all need to check this out. And and it's just because it just wasn't because I was in it. It was just I wanted to show my friends and my family from up north, like the art form behind the photographer's eye, like what they caught. And I mean,
Right.
like, because photography is it's basically a visual sculpture. And whenever they got behind the camera, it was just that they didn't even make it mediocre. It just made it like a dream come true. And I was just like, man, I was so happy to be part of that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And you have a very good point. Like, you guys have you have to have a specific eye to catch what you guys catch, because I think it was Joey. Joey had come out when Tragic was here for the podcast, and he went and took some photos of Jeremy's motorcycle and the car, the Thunderbird that Jeremy's got out there, and he posted it. And I'm like, I would have never have looked at that and seen what he saw. And I see, like, you guys, like, when you guys take photos, like the one that Rob was telling you about, Preston, that you took of Big Dave, I wouldn't have looked at that and been like, that shot right there. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have an eye
It's
for
so
it.
good.
So, yeah, I could never do it.
I appreciate it, man.
And then there was the video that Pat, that you did, the guy that has the camera in hand, recording us, recording him. He actually, when you were on stage with Court, and you had, you were walking around up there, like, Jeremy made the comment, like, he's like, I don't know how Pat did that. Like, what was it that you said? You were.
Well, I mean, being on stage myself, you're always tripping over shit.
Mhm.
And then trying to hold that camera as steady as it was, looked like it was gliding through, and you can see all the cords and everything wrapped up.
Yeah.
Bobby's cords
That
laying
can
everywhere.
be that in itself is very challenging, because you do have to be aware of their equipment up there, their amps, their spare guitars, basses, whatnot, and all the cables and cords, and you really have to pay attention to it. The last thing I want to do is bust my ass with.
I was gonna ask, have you ever gone
big
crashing through a
crowds.
drum set or some shit?
You're right. So
It comes
back.
you really have to be aware of your surroundings. And even if you get, like, when you got full access on stage and you get behind the guys, you really got to watch them, make sure that they don't bump into you. You know, you stick your hand out there and let them know that you're there.
And most of the time, they're not paying attention to you at all.
Right, exactly.
They probably don't even notice you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
And it can be very challenging and very a little stressful trying to keep track of everything, and then trying to watch a monitor on the camera
Right.
and trying to get the shots that you want.
Not catch a drumstick upside the head.
Right, exactly. Bump into an I-beam or
Who let the old guy on
doorway.
stage?
I treat it like it's the Ronies, man. Like it's Corona. I just stay 6 feet away from everything.
Right.
I
Try
don't even
to.
like. Guys are always like, "You can come right up on the stage." I'm like, I don't really want to, man. There's a lot of expensive stuff up there.
Right.
Not to mention, there's like 200 metalheads out there, and they're gonna be real pissed if I mess up this show. You know.
Right. So, have you guys ever had an experience where you guys were shooting a live show and bumped into somebody that got pissed off, or bumped into a band, or have you ever come across a situation like that?
They haven't ever got pissed off. I mean, sure, you can bump in. I almost bumped into Jason Cup with Core in one of the when I was walking behind him, but I just stuck my hand out, and he knew I was there. So if you got to beforehand, you talk to the guys and say, "Hey, I'll be moving around the stage, and
Right.
I'll watch out for you the best I can." But we might bump into each other.
Right. Right.
And they know that, so they're pretty cool with that. So if you do, I hadn't had a bad bump with anybody,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's coming. One of them face plants on the stage in front of everybody goes, $3,000 camera rig.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to save that somehow. But
Yeah, I'd rather break my arm and drop the camera.
I'd laugh if you fell.
Hey, Jade, before we get to comments, can I get everybody in the comment section? Like I see Landon and Tammy and Samantha in there to give an audio check if we sound all right tonight.
Yeah.
How do we
Let us
sound?
know.
Let us know. We do have. Do you want to go ahead and bring up the comments while they're
Yeah.
letting us know? So Tammy's in the chat. She said, "Hello,
Tammy,
everyone."
hello.
Yeah, Tim.
We got
Ciao.
Samantha. She said, "What's up, guys?" Tammy did fierce cheers. We got Megan. She said, "What's up, guys?"
Hi, Megan.
I see Jared in there.
Yeah, we got Landon.
Landon.
Presto. We got
Landon Hamilton?
Jarrett. Said, "Yo, what's up?" Landon Hamilton. Yeah. False
okay.
Chase.
What's up, Landon?
Yeah, shout out Falls Chase, shout out Ember Fading,
Hell
Falls
yeah,
Chase, man, those
Fading.
guys rock.
Yeah, they do.
Paul Johns, shout out Salty Dog.
And
Salty
Hasbrock
dog.
is in there.
Yeah.
Shout out to her and her husband Joseph.
Yeah, big shout out to them. We got Landon said, "You guys kick ass for all you do." Hell yeah. And we got Samantha. She said, "How did you guys educate yourselves to take better photos?"
Hey.
That's a damn good question.
We'll save it for a
Yeah,
second.
save it for a second. We got Jen said, "Not to mention to not bump the artist while shooting. Joe learned tippy toes early on." Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, shout out Joe Hasbrook.
Yeah.
Joe's the best in
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
Joe is badass. Paul says, sounds good.
Awesome.
We got okay. When you go out to shoot, do you take any essential items other than the camera and lens? That's another good question.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good to me. Said Paul John said, "What's up, y'all?" And then Shannon says, "All good."
Good deal.
All right. So
Appreciate
first
that.
question was from Samantha. Said, "How did you guys educate yourselves to take better photos?"
Pat. Basically, me, just trial and error. Turn the camera on, let the camera do the work. Try to keep your stuff in frame. Just basically just trial and error. You know, if it didn't look good, then you need to do something else. And then if it looked good, I was okay. Well, we'll write that down and go with that. You know, write the camera settings down and for the lighting and the environment and. Just trial and error for me.
What about you guys?
I'm with Pat. Just
Trial
what
and
I do every day. If I go out and do a shoot, I go home. I'm my own worst critic. I'll pick things apart I don't like. The lighting, because I am like weird about lighting, because it's one of my obsessions. Is light.
Mhm.
I believe like you don't need a high dollar camera to take good quality photos. It's all about lighting. It's all about your camera settings.
Okay.
Like I've seen guys with cameras like Nikon D3400s. They're entry level cameras, take amazing photos.
Right.
I mean, these guys who are buying these $6,000-7,000 rigs, they're just going auto mode. You're just wasting the camera. But what I do is I just challenge myself every day to become better than I was yesterday. If I knew my lighting was a little bit off, I change it, and I just stay on it. I stay on it because if you're not being better at something, you're never going to grow at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine with this right here. I'm good. And
Yeah.
you'll lose interest over time.
Right.
You will.
That makes sense. And I know that you're like a stickler for lighting because you and Pat were running around that tragic video shoot and you're like, that's not right. That's not right. And it's like, it's too bright outside.
Well, here's
it's
the
too dark
thing.
inside.
The most thing is to keep people's attention is good sound and a good visual.
Mm-hmm.
If you got great sound and a decent video, people still watch it. If you have like decent sound with horrible quality lighting, nobody's going to feel what you're trying to put down.
Right.
Yeah, the sound is key.
Right.
If you don't have good sound, you can have. I mean, if you've got good sound, you can have an okay video, and people will still watch it. If you've got bad sound, not saying that the band sound bad or anything.
Right.
By no means, if you've got bad sound and a great video, nobody's going to really watch it. So that's very key.
And that's like me, like with these whole concerts. I respect Preston fully because I could never go to a live concert for the purples, the blues, and the red lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Scott
drives
McLean
me
for
nuts.
that.
Because most concerts don't want you using artificial like strobes
Right.
because they say it messes with the band.
No, they'll throw you out for it.
So
Really?
like I said,
Yeah,
this,
high-end places,
they don't want
chunk
you
you
using
out for that
strobes.
if you're
They don't.
using flashes.
Wow.
And you have to literally shift color tone so much just to get the skin tones back. It's
Yeah.
like you're taking so much information from that picture, and you're just breaking it way
I
down.
don't even try, man. If the
Just
lights are
ridiculous.
red and they color somebody red, they're red. God intended them to be red.
Let it be red.
Let it show. I mean, dude, here's the thing. The lighting designer comes in and they work their ass off, too, to put that lighting package together.
Yeah.
That and
If I go in and editing and just take all that color out, or I use a flash and drown all that color out,
Yep.
Yeah.
I've taken away the best source of lighting that I could get. I've
Damn.
got, 20 of them hanging in the ceiling. They're all different colors and
yeah, it's
intensities.
just like when I was
Yeah.
like, that's your area. I will never try to cross path with you. Like I like my studio work.
You can
because-
definitely do it, though.
I mean, I could, but that's my genre is studio. I can control.
And you're good at it,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I
Real
want.
good.
Yeah.
Master at lighting. Really.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to become. I mean, my thing is to be better. I've watched you grow over the last year and a half. Like your work was like better. I mean, I don't get involved with much liking on stuff, but I mean, watching you grow is like
Thanks, man.
it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
For sure.
I sent Preston a message and I'm like, hey, you got some photos you can send my way? And he sent me a link and I opened up and I was like, holy.
Yeah, his
shit.
concert photos are kicking ass, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like I told him, I was like, dude, huge fan.
Yep.
Huge fan.
Somebody is getting better, but I don't think it's me.
And see,
It always feels that
with
way.
that attitude, you'll always drive hard to make
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
proud of yourself. That's the best way to be.
I've got the best support network in the world, too. Though. I mean, the local music scene is pretty hard to fight with when it comes to support.
That's true.
So-
That's true. You guys definitely have a lot of support when it comes to the local music scene. So so the other question we had, it's up there somewhere. We got other comments.
Tons of comments.
Yeah, y'all are like
Tell me when you
y'all
see it,
are right there, right there. It says, when you go to a shoot, do you take any essential items other than a camera and lens?
Yeah, let's talk about what you bring with you. What's your extracurricular? Anybody want to?
Give it about 10 more years when the statute of limitations is worn off.
The biggest thing will probably be lighting.
Yep.
If we go do a video for somebody, we carry as many lights as we can. They can be anything from stuff that we made to store bought,
Reflectors,
Right.
diffusers,
anything
anything.
to change the lighting environment, especially if it's going to be a dark environment.
Yep.
Other than that, tripods, other additional cameras, lenses,
Big time lenses,
extra
yeah.
cards,
batteries. Make sure you
batteries.
take plenty of
I
batteries.
don't mean to interrupt, but kind of on that subject, you mentioned batteries.
Yes.
We just had the barbecue, and that was like a fucking 6-hour
Right.
show
14
approximately.
bands.
I mean,
Sure.
how many fucking batteries did you go through that night?
Well,
Video
unfortunately, I wasn't able to get there for the whole thing. I was
Yeah.
lucky to get there before because Jason Cuff, a good friend of mine for 20 years, asked if I could come in and shoot some video for him, and I told him if I could, I would. So I got there at about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But had I been there all day long,
Yeah.
this particular camera here, this handheld camera, I can probably get about on 1080, about 3 hours runtime.
Okay.
Continuous.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. So 3 batteries back up, two extra batteries back up.
Yeah.
Would have been good, and another set of batteries for the gimbal, and that would have been fine because it can get about 7-8 hours out of the gimbal power.
Okay. That's awesome.
I know Preston was there all day.
Yeah, I was about to say, Preston, how many batteries you
Yeah.
get through?
So I actually went through one battery.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, Nikons are pretty good for reserving.
Well, and these guys are shooting video too. I'm only shooting stills.
Right.
The only video work that I do is with Rough Cut Productions, and they provide all the video equipment. So when I'm shooting on my stuff, it's all stills.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be safe, right before Core went on to absolutely kill all of us with that awesome set, I changed the battery in the D3400. But other than that, I was good all night long on
Wow.
cards and batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's
Crazy. We have a couple more.
Are there any little things? I mean, other than your batteries and your shot
Earplugs.
a good comfortable strap,
Okay.
a good comfortable sling for the
Yeah.
cameras, because this camera here is probably 3.5-4 pounds fully geared out, and if you have those factory neck straps, if you're running around for hours at a time like I do at weddings, you don't want that weight right here. I'd rather have it on the side that you need to move around. So a strap is key.
And with the video equipment like this particular rig here, it's total about 7 pounds. So the last video that I shot with Core and all, if they take a little pause in between some of the songs,
Are you putting it down?
no, you just kind of shake it off. 'Cause
Yeah.
the thing will get heavy.
It will.
Yeah.
It gets heavy quick.
I'm sure it does.
And I had the privilege of shooting some video for Ash Vaughn and Preston, and we had the big rigs. So, and there
That was
like,
our privilege, sir.
yes, and it was like a 4-minute video. Man, this thing was getting heavy a minute into it. Like
I bet.
shaking and whatnot. And, so the heavier it gets, the more problem.
Feeling your
Keeping it
elbows.
steady and whatnot, it becomes. But yeah, just fatigue factor,
Keep some crackers in your pockets. That way you keep your energy level up.
right?
There you go.
Or beer.
And tip your bartenders.
Yes.
Headphones.
Tip your bartenders.
I'll wear a set of headphones that I'm plugged into so I can monitor the audio. But once I get the audio set, I really don't need them for that. But I primarily will wear them because I'm walking in front of monitors and PA systems, and I got to protect my hearing as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear high fidelity earplugs when I'm shooting because sometimes I'm
You're
right there
right there,
against the
yeah.
speaker.
Yeah.
And one night, I think it was Jacksonville, maybe Atlanta, and Slim from Defy the Tyrant hit a bass note, and I was right there. I couldn't hear for 3 weeks. And I was just done with it. I went online and bought 3 pairs.
Even as I'm going to use the word casual concert goer myself, I feel like even I should start bringing earplugs to shows. So even after the barbecue, my ears were fucking on fire.
And the high fidelity ones, man, can we say brand names on here? So Eargasm is a company that makes them. Theirs are fucking awesome.
Okay.
I love them. And
Shut up.
How would you make me orgasm?
GG. Jesus Christ.
Yes, so I am here to absolve you of all your sins. They call me fat, Jesus.
So, real quick, we have.
Yeah,
Miss
tell me
Lori.
when to stop.
Okay, scroll down, and right there. So we have Lori. She says, "You're all very much appreciated. Thanks from a band mom, but not a cool one. Oh, come on, you're cool.
She is the coolest
You're
one.
right. Come on,
Landon's
now.
mom is awesome.
Right. Jen says, purples and blue are workable. Red is hell.
Red,
She's right.
Red,
I
red
hate
is,
She's right.
Red is a
Red
nightmare
is
for us.
Oh God, I bet. Cameron, we have Cameron in the chat. Says, moral of the story is to not record your music on a potato from 1943.
Hey, I'm sorry. I want to pause right there for just one moment because we're talking about music and videography. Pat, perhaps this is more for you. Everybody is welcome to chime in. How well are you able to pick up on the audio?
Audio is hit and miss. It's really going to be the sound guy. If the room is empty, the volume needs to be down because as the room fills up with people absorb sound.
That makes sense.
So you can crank it up. But if the room's not empty, and if it's coming out of the speakers, clipping coming out of the speakers, it's going to be clipping going into the camera.
Absolutely.
And I can't use it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's hit and miss and very critical. A lot of times I can plug into the soundboard and I can get a dry sound, excuse me, and I can mix the dry sound with the live sound and get a decent sound for a live recording. But if they can, like with Core, the last event, they had an excellent sound. There were a lot of people in it.
Yes.
The fans were awesome. That was great. So the sound sounded really good outside where the crowd was. When I went on stage, because there was so much crowd, I really couldn't do much in the crowd, so I had to get on stage with them. So I'm picking up a lot of stuff coming off the monitors, and a lot of times, if the PA system is not desirable, I can get on stage and I get a better sound through the monitors.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it's really hit and miss with live events, and it's really hard to get good live audio while you're videoing.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty interesting. You're there to record an event, and I guess my question is, how much of it is performance, how much of it is sound, or how much of it is just the I guess the photography of it.
The image that you get when I'm shooting video, I try to shoot what I think is going to happen, if you will.
That's awesome.
I've done some drumming, so I can feel the music, and I know when there may be a lead coming up for guitar.
Absolutely.
And those are the key things you want to get, is the guitarist doing his lead.
Yeah.
If I've heard the music before,
you especially know what's coming up.
right, it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
If I don't know the music, hopefully I can just get lucky and feel it and pan over to the guitarist, the bassist, the drummer, whoever it is, and get the shot. And it really ticks me off when I don't get the shot. So I really try hard to get that. And people ask me, well, did you enjoy the show? When I'm doing this. Well,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Really not, because I'm concentrating on so much.
You're in a way you're working.
Right.
Right. I'm concentrating so much trying to get what I think the crowd might want to see, that I really don't get to enjoy the show as much as everybody else.
Wow.
Now, when I get home and edit something, and I watch it 20, 30, 40, 50 times over and over and over, and I say, wow, that's pretty cool.
Then you got something.
By then, I'm burned out. I'm tired of hearing the same song over and over.
Absolutely.
So you were just talking about how when you get home and you got to listen to it over and over again. We have a question from Samantha in the chat, kind of along that same line. She said, right there, she said, love the answers. What kind of tools do you use for post-processing?
Hey.
I use Adobe Premiere.
There you go.
Okay.
I use DaVinci Resolve 16 right now,
Okay.
because right now I don't need the pro version of it, which is the paid version. I'm using the free version, and it does everything I need to do. Because we'll get into this a little later on, but my editing skills are not as good as I would like them to be. I don't have the time. But this guy here, he's got an imagination, and we'll talk about that later on during the
Yeah, we
set.
are.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
But we got a big announcement we want to make. I don't know how big it is, but
That's huge. Don't let him. Don't let him.
This is all so fucking fascinating to me. I've been in bands and I've been around music, for however many fucking years now at this point. But to have this conversation with you guys behind the camera, and talk about your craft and your skill and your art, more specifically, this shit is really fucking fascinating to me.
oh, it's a lot of fun. It can be a blast. I mean, you get this. I'm for this camera here. It's a 24x70, or maybe 24x105, so I can really zoom in and see the guitar picking, the
Yes.
drummer, doing the 16ths on the hi hats close up. And it's satisfying. it goes back to us saying, oh, well, I didn't really get to see the show, but I get to see stuff that other people don't get to see.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And-
true.
and-
From a different angle, from a
Yes.
completely different angle.
Oh, yeah.
So is that the same for you? Like when you take your photos?
Well,
and-
so I'm kind of the opposite of Pat.
Mhm.
Like I feel like I only take good photos when I'm really like in the show. Because I
Okay.
always try and shoot. I always try and think if I were a fan
what would I want to
and I could witness this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anywhere right now, where would I be standing? How would I see
That's
it?
a great mindset.
And so to get in that mindset, it's like I've got to be enjoying the show. I've got to get into it. The band better be into it. Otherwise, the photos just are going to be no good. I mean, you can
Yeah.
tell when a band just doesn't want to be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
But
What you're hitting on there, which I didn't bring up, and is the music.
yes,
If
the
you
music
like the
comes
music,
first.
If you enjoy the music, you're going to do a better job.
Yeah,
I tell people all the time, man, just put the art first.
right.
Like if the
Yes.
art comes first, you'll never go wrong in the art business.
Right.
It's easy as that.
That's a really good way to look at it, for sure. We do have Joey Badia in the chat. He says,
Joey!
24 FPF or,
I
FPF or 60
I have an
FPF.
answer for this, which
Okay.
is Joey, why would you do either when you can do 120
That's
at
right.
15 and a half stops of dynamic range, sir?
Here, here. Yes.
Joey's
Mic
shooting
drop.
24 frames. I don't have no problem with it other than with the pans. I like to shoot 60.
Mhm.
If somebody wants it done in 24, I can render it out in 24 or and whatnot. But I can get a little better slow motion effect
Okay.
from 60 frames. There's nothing wrong with either one of them, in my opinion. I prefer the look of the 60 frame shot. It's just me.
Yeah.
I grew up back when I was 28, 30, playing high
Back in the
definition
40s.
video games, and this all 60 frames. So, and to me, the younger generation, if you were born like 1995 or later, you grew up on high definition,
Right.
with 60
Right.
frames. Okay, everything was 60 frames, and I just prefer the look myself.
Okay.
And there's a lot of younger generation out there. They also prefer the look of 60 frames
Yeah.
instead of 24.
Fully for like though.
We do have a local celebrity here, Jason Cup. got the double horn
Jason Cup,
going.
what up, man?
And
Hey, hey.
we also have another one from Jason Cup. He said, "Thank you all for all y'all do."
Absolutely.
You're here.
Hey, bro, thank you for what you do, man.
That chorus set was amazing.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was. That was
It-
awesome.
The fans in it were just. it
The
just really
fans
blew
were
me away.
incredible. The fans were incredible.
We have Joey just put a laughing emoji down there at the bottom for y'all. So
Can
laughing
Can we
emoji
talk about
for
Joseph
Joey.
Hasbrock here for
Now-
a minute?
Yeah.
Now Joseph, I did a lot of work with him when the COVID
Yeah.
started. We were doing the charity work for local bands and whatnot. I learned a lot from that man. The man is top notch.
Super
Video
smart.
artist.
Oh yeah, Joey's
he knows
awesome.
a lot about it. I've learned a lot from him. I appreciate it. I still want to continue to work with him when I can.
Right.
Super humble guy
No,
too.
for sure.
Super
Good guy.
humble.
He
He's
knows
his
his
own
shit.
worst critic too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's been shots that he's shown me, and I'm like, dude, that is awesome. And he's like, no, I don't think so. And
I feel his
I'm like,
pain.
dude, like, I mean, and I can tell you guys are all the same way. I know
Oh,
that
yeah.
with Pat, I said the same thing. I can't remember what it was, but you did something, and I'm like, dude, Pat, that is awesome. And you're like, oh no, just, and you're just like brushing it off. But we do have. You don't have to click on it, Jeremy. I'll read it. Jeremy's fixing Camry. But
His
we do
hands are
have
full.
one that says this could actually be a question for Cody as well. So I guess this is all around open. But whose work has influenced you the most?
Hey.
I know mine.
Okay.
Ross Halfin and Joseph Hasbrock, man. Yeah,
Awesome.
Ross
Yeah.
Halfin, photographer for Metallica, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, The Who, pretty much every great rock star who's ever lived ever he shot, and incredible person overall. And
Yes.
incredible.
Very cool
photographer.
guy.
Yeah.
And of course, Joseph Hasbrock, who taught me practically everything I know,
That was
and
awesome.
also an all-round amazing person.
Joe and Jen were two of the first people that I met when I moved to Tallahassee, and they've been family ever since. And yeah, so big huge shout out to Joe. Jason Cup says Jeremy Taylor is a badass. Throw that in
I
there real
don't know
quick.
about all that. Must be a different Jeremy Taylor.
What about the rest of you? Your biggest influence?
Probably for storytelling, I have been following Jason Lanier.
Okay.
He is a street photographer and he teaches. And he started out as a hotel clerk.
Oh wow.
In 2012, he picked up a camera and just took off. But his lighting, I have become obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And Gavin Hoey for studio work. That's the only two guys I really like.
Are those the two that you said that we were talking earlier with Josh, and you said that there's only two people that you follow on YouTube? Is that them?
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
That's awesome.
their lighting is so beautiful.
You don't even
Yeah.
follow Peter McKinnon, bro?
I follow him for his vlogs. His
Yeah.
vlogs are great,
His blogs are awesome.
but
Oh, yeah.
the lighting is like.
Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Pat?
I really don't have a mentor.
Me, shut up.
But I was going to bring you up at it, but you know, I look at everybody's work and take from it what I like, whether it be Preston's work, Brandon's work, Joey's work. I mean, the guys that shoot the videos for Van Halen, Motley Crue. It doesn't matter what I'm watching. So whoever's doing the video work, I pay attention to it.
Right, you see it differently.
Their camera angles and what they're doing. So it's everybody,
Yeah,
not just one individual.
that's a good
And
answer.
it's just I don't know. It's just what I like to do. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the cool part about like photo video though, is if you're a photo video guy and you have social media, you can just be blasted in the face with inspiration all day long, just sitting there just going like that and just have thousands of photos and videos to learn from.
That's awesome. That's a really good way to look at it.
I ain't gonna lie. All this changed the way I look at podcasts. Now I actually watch them and be like, all right, what are they doing?
Yep.
Yes.
What's,
me too.
what's their fucking table look like?
Paying very close attention now.
Oh yeah.
What
for sure.
influenced you, Cody,
I mean,
to be a comedian?
really, for me to be a comedian is just something I just do to make people laugh. But I'm really serious about songwriting.
Yeah.
You know, I've been writing songs since I was 14, and I grew up with my grandfather. Me and him used to sit on the front porch, and we used to just play and just make up songs. It didn't matter if it was the deer in the cornfield,
That's awesome.
or the fish in the pond. You know, we would sit there, and that's how I learned to write songs. Would just sit there and just sing. Like I'd come up with a melody, and I'd just sit there and sing, and whatever sounded good, I'd be like, "Oh, I need to write that down." You know, so
Yeah.
and that's how a lot of my songs got written, was just horseplay. You know, I was just
Yeah.
like, I like this, and then like I'd sing a little more, and then I was like, I like this, but the cool thing about writing songs is that it's new to you, and then you can do it, and then like you always. Just a helpful tip: when you're writing songs, write with a number 2 pencil. Write with pen. Because you're gonna write one verse and you're gonna be like, I don't like that. You start erasing it. Just don't sniff the shavings because that would be weird. So and
Now you tell
once
me.
you, but once you finally write the song and then you're comfortable with it, you want to show somebody. And then once you show somebody, they'll be like, I really like that. And then like, because everybody in the world nowadays, they will spread a negative comment about you before they'll spread a positive one. And I hate that about people. But in the long run, once you write a good song and you know it's a good song, and then people around you start liking that song, then you're just unstoppable. Like
Right.
you just want to keep doing it. And normally, like comedy is like a anxiety thing for me because I get real tense sometimes. But then songwriting is kind of like my counselor. It's like my depression.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
like all the feeling, and I tell people this all the time. People will be like, I don't like that song, but you don't know what that person went through to write that song.
Yep.
Right.
You don't know where their head was.
You know, so like when you write a song, it comes from your heart, it comes out your body, it comes out through your hand, it goes on paper, and it's just like a filter. Like that negativity is off of you. Now it's on paper. Now you can sing it to somebody else, and then somebody else that was going through that same traumatic situation would actually make them feel better. So just like photography for these guys, music for me is therapeutical because it's
Right.
your art form and what you're speaking through your own language. So
That's wow.
That was deep.
Yeah, right.
Got a little tear running down there.
That was great, man. I love you,
That
man.
is awesome.
that was a good answer.
That was a really
That was
good
killer.
answer.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
it
watching,
was.
guys.
So whenever that question was asked about inspirations, I was hoping that somebody was going to say Rob Halfling. So
Yeah.
so
Right.
Man,
Thank you.
he's the best in the world at concert photography.
Yes.
Like as far as if you just compared other people's careers to his, he's
Yeah.
the best in the world.
absolutely.
I can see that.
And he's figured out how to be successful and make money at it, which of course what we all want to do. Like, because then
Right.
you can quit your regular job and make money doing what you love.
Right.
So
Well, we do have a little video snippet that we're going to let you guys see some of these guys' work. And yeah, we want you guys to kind of see what they do, and you guys enjoy when you come back here. You might have a little surprise. I'm just saying, got an announcement and maybe a little or surprise or two.
I
So
got a picture of that same mic, Preston.
check
Yes, I do.
it out.
Trying to keep it up don't seem so simple. I just fucked 2 bitches before I saw you. You gon' have to do it at my tempo. Always trying to send me off to rehab. Drugs start to feeling like it's decal. I'm just trying to live life for the moment. And all these motherfuckers wanna ride out.
Yeah, those
Oh.
shots
oh, you
there-
cut it before the drop.
Oh.
I did on purpose. Did it on purpose. Gotta leave a teaser out there for somebody.
No, not to
Go
mention
watch the
copyright.
video, guys. You'll get to see the drop.
Oh yeah.
those shots there were basically when we were filming them,
Mhm.
with the exception of one, we weren't really going to use. The guys were just screwing off.
Mhm.
Okay,
Right.
but it just happened to fit the video where Josh was talking about he was falling down.
Wait, he said I just fucked 2 bitches before I saw you. That was Andrew.
Well, that was Andrew pulling up his pants,
Yeah.
coming out. They were kidding. They were just playing around.
Right.
And then Joey, the lead guitarist, he was swatting the flies from the 2 bitches because he had the sloppy seconds, you know. and it just fit. We weren't going to use that, you know. The guys were just screwing off. You know? And it goes back to what we talked, what Brandon talked about earlier about there are no bad shots. Okay,
Mhm.
they're all good,
Mhm.
whether you want to admit to it or not. I did a video for Hardwire, and I was taking pictures beforehand, and I just accidentally hit the shutter, and it took a blurry ass picture. I said, "Well, that ain't no good. I'm not going to use it." Well, I actually used it on an opening for one of their videos. But getting back to the video, the shot where they're walking down the hall, and
Cody.
They say the mind is
comes
the
out
first
with
thing
the
to
camera,
go.
and Jeremiah turns around and flags him a bird. I said, okay, well, let's do that again. We did like 3 or 4 takes of that, I think.
Yeah.
And we did at first. We probably weren't going to use it. We didn't know.
Yeah.
But I said, well, let's do it again and again and again, and then we got a really good shot, and we ended up using it in the video because it just fit. It just was, you know, the paparazzi coming out, shooting the guys a bird. I mean, shooting
Yeah.
pictures, and Jeremiah turns around there and flags him a bird, and
Yeah.
it worked out great.
You guys killed it on that video. You guys did a great job on the video.
It took what we spent 2 months on that video.
Exactly
Yes.
2 months in a day.
I think Preston was there, and somebody said something about Josh, and they were like, I can't remember what it was, but something about the girl was like, well, is it okay? Would it be okay if I was on him or something for Josh, and I was sitting there and I was like, I don't give a shit, And so they're like, well, is his wife here? And Preston's like, she's over there. And I was like, thanks, Preston.
Yeah, man, she's right there.
Just had to make it awkward.
Right? I was like, no.
It's
really,
funny though, because like when you travel with bands, girls will come up to them and stuff. Their wives encourage that way more than they do by a lot, because the wives undoubtedly realize that is just attention for the band.
So what's really funny about that is like with these guys, like I know all of them, so they were sitting there and they had the shot that you guys took with all the girls on the bench, and they were sitting there and like Joey had his hand like right here on one girl, like right here on the side. And I was like, Joey, and I walked over and I'm like, here, and I moved his hand down to her ass. I'm like, you're rock stars, you got to grab a handful. And Josh was like, right? And Josh was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And so he was sitting there, he had his hand kind of on her knee. And I'm like, dude, and I grabbed it and moved it upward. And I'm like, come on. And everybody was like, Josh was like, that was really weird because you're my wife. And yeah.
Some of those girls were dressed.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't put it on video.
Yeah.
There were some shots you could not expose.
Damn, I love rock and roll. It's a hard job.
It's so hard.
I'm still having therapy.
Jen had a question in here somewhere.
Yeah,
one,
she did.
yeah.
She said, Jen says, what advice would you pass on to the next generation photographer? Ooh.
Absolutely.
You want to go first?
Well, you're the oldest, Pat.
Oh, I'm the oldest. Okay. If you want to do video photography, whatever it is you use, cell phone, there's nothing wrong with cell phones. There's some fantastic videos and movies and videos that were done off cell phones. Have at it. Just go out there and shoot. Whatever it is you have, if you've got whatever it is you have,
just point and click.
A Walmart camera. Just get out there and start doing it and getting the experience. It doesn't matter about the equipment. It's the person behind it in the eye. Granted, I turn this camera on once I get everything set. The camera basically does all the work, but you have to point that camera and get the things that are going to interest the crowd. So just get out there and whatever it is you have, just start shooting.
So on that note, real quick, it's really funny you said that because I went to go to Welcome to Rockville this past year because Tragic was playing on the Twitch stage. And I'm like, man, I got, this little iPhone 12 and, it's an iPhone. I'm like, man, I was like, I'm upgrading. So I went and got the Samsung Galaxy S21 just because of the zoom feature and how clear. Oh my God. I was like, I felt like I was one of y'all. I was like, man, check this out. I could zoom in and I could see Chevelle from way back here, and I'm like snapping pictures. And,
I shot those pictures of Alabama on S21 Ultra and they were awesome. I loved them.
The band?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
In just a few moments.
Nope. And we're back.
And I think, are we?
And we're back. Pat's checking the weather for us.
Yep, it's cold.
Yeah, it is kind of cold.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Is it now?
It's dark. So we have David Rowe in the comments. Actually, he says,
David
"What's
Rowe,
up?
man.
What's up, Dave?"
Oh, I lost my
Dave.
cursor.
Oh, is it? Can you find it?
Yeah,
You got
there you go.
Dave said, "What's up?" We have Jason Cup. He said, "Josh Ivester killing it," and he says, "True love is beautiful."
Thanks.
John Paul says, "What y'all drinking tonight?" And we'll answer that in just a second. We have Jason again said Pat has sex appeal.
Oh, absolutely.
So what are we? I think me and I'm the only. I got a drink.
Zaxby's.
I got some spiked tea here.
Oh, okay. Zach, y'all didn't even get drinks.
I got air.
Hey.
I partook of some other things outside, so I'm good to go.
What are y'all drinking?
I was drinking a gin and Mountain Dew, and now I'm on the Red Bull because gotta drive home and shit.
Gotcha.
I was looking for some Bud Light, but I didn't see any.
It's in the fridge.
There is
Bud
some Bud Light in
Light.
the fridge.
Shout out Jason Sauer.
Yeah.
Bud Light.
shout out
Bud Light
Jason Sauer.
Ultra.
On that note of what Jim was asking about, though,
Yeah, I was about to get back to that.
pester bands. Like, if you are a photographer and you want to shoot bands,
Pester him.
they're busy people. Like, they just forget, and it's not their fault. They have a lot to do. You got to stay on it. constantly, always after their sets.
Hey, we know
be
a little bit
asking
about that
bands.
here.
I just always be asking bands, "Hey, I liked your set. Can I come shoot the next one?" And like 9
Stay
out of
on
10
top
might
of it.
say no, but the 1 out of 10, one, they're probably really good, and two, they probably really need a photographer, so they'll treat you nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We have Russ Skinner in chat. He said, "Sup, y'all?"
What up, Russ?
What up, Russ? So, all right. We have two people here who want to make an announcement. Is that still a thing? Or y'all wanting to make an
Yeah,
announcement?
it's
You're pregnant.
You heard it here first.
hey, if I was, I'd be probably not sitting at this room. I'd be very well off. But Brandon and I, we've been working together for a little over a year,
Mm-hmm.
and we see eye to eye on a lot of things. He'll be thinking about something else. I'm thinking the exact same thing, right?
Mhm.
And we work good together. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of merge True Love Images with K Videos. It's going to be called KVTI Productions. Sounds like a TV station. KVTI
Channel 6 News, they lose.
So all the video and stuff that we do together,
Yeah.
it'll be KVTI
Nice.
Productions.
That's
Otherwise,
awesome.
if it's just him, it'll be True Love Images, or just maybe K Videos or K Images, or whatever.
That is
And
awesome.
That's awesome.
We're going to concentrate on that and for this year and see how it goes.
That is badass. You heard it here first.
Off the record exclusive.
And thank you guys for having us here.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
by the way, I want to say one thing.
Mhm.
During the band barbecue, I didn't know if I was going to make it.
Mhm.
Okay, Jason, I mentioned earlier, he wanted me to come out and shoot video for him,
Mhm.
and I told him I would if I could. So I got there like at 9:10, whatever. I'm sorry that if anybody that I ran into, that I was kind of short. I know I ran into Rob. I said, "Hey, Rob," and he says, "Hey," and I kept on going, And there were some other people that I ran into, and I can't remember everybody, but anyway, I apologize. I was getting there late, and
You were in work mode.
yes,
you were.
I was in work mode and getting the camera set up, wanted to get everything out. And, I had all this going through my mind, so I apologize for that. I didn't stop and chit chat with you. I think I ran into Andrew. I may have ran into Josh and a bunch of other people.
You were in work mode.
There were a lot of people there too.
Yeah, they were.
Yes.
Yes.
So my apologies. I wasn't being rude. I was just work mode.
I gotcha. So we do have a little surprise for everybody, and I'm going to try my best not to laugh as much as I did before this podcast. But we have some special people to introduce you guys to, actually. So would everybody like to say hello? Oh my god! To first, I can't even say it with a straight face. To Charles, everybody.
Charles.
Charles.
Hey,
And
buddy.
Got
we
my
have.
hand stuck. Hold on.
How's it going, Charles?
What's all these white people in here doing?
I ask myself that question every day.
Shit, I'm in the wrong room.
How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You doing okay?
Yep.
Very short answers. I like it.
Yep. I'm nervous.
Charles, have you been in any music videos?
Oh, yeah. I was in that movie. What was it, Brandon? Tragic. Yeah, Tragic Weekend.
Yeah.
Your mama. Anyway, who let that girl in here?
On that note, we have a second special guest.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Everybody meet Gigi.
How's that entrance?
That was perfect, Gigi. You nailed it. You killed it.
Hey, look, she even got applause. Sounds familiar, don't it? I can't believe boss let y'all work tonight.
I like sitting on tables.
I guess it was raining on your street corner, huh? No business.
Dollar Tree hoodie looking like a motherfucker.
Don't give a shit. You know what? That's the best view. Look at TV right here. Microphone's right in the face. That's a great view for you, right
I
there.
like this microphone.
Hey.
Stop. Good thing. Stop.
Somebody better put hers. Pat, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
What the hell do you think I'm doing?
All of my business?
Hold on. Can't you see this shit right here?
Nope.
You blind.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that girl you hooked me up with on the video,
Uh-huh.
still itching.
Hey, you know where you picked her up at?
No, man.
When I picked you up at the house, we stopped over there at that store on
Oh, hell no.
Highway 20 and Silver Lake Road. You went in there to get us some beer, remember?
Hey, I know where that's at.
Anyway, you got out of the car, went in there to get us some beer,
Uh-huh.
and the girl opened the door for you, smiling at you through her tooth.
Get the hell out of here.
You remember that?
Nope.
Oh man, come on. And you asked her if she wanted to be in a music video.
Damn, I don't remember none of that.
And that was that girl you had over there at the tragic video over at Andrew's house, remember?
Yeah.
Or no?
I think
You sure?
I think so.
Okay. Anyway, so you put her in a music video.
Did I?
Yeah, the vinyl girl. The girl made out of vinyl.
Did my wife see it?
Did you get some rash from that?
I think so. Still itches.
Yeah. And anyway, when I took you home, you told me you should pack.
You can drive?
Yeah,
Son of a
because you
bitch.
can drive.
Oh,
So when I took you home and we passed by the store, and you looked over at me and you said, "Pat."
Would you stop fucking touching me?
Sorry.
Damn.
Sexy.
I'm trying to talk to him.
You said, "Pat, don't ever stop at that store again." I said, "Why not?" That girl smiled at me through her tooth. She was sexy, but then I wake up with her and she's all made out of vinyl.
What a
Yeah.
tool.
You don't
I couldn't find out I'm allergic to vinyl.
Well, I know that. That's
And I tell you, I was giving that thing hell. I was like, oh, come on, girl, give it here. She wouldn't even say the word.
But
Like,
anyway, that's where you picked that girl up from. Is at that store over on 20 and Silver Lake Road.
oh, was it?
Yeah.
I won't never do that again.
Off
Well,
the
yeah.
record, welcome to the shit show.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to read Samantha's comment?
No, he's trying to read. You blind
Oh,
ass.
so Samantha does have a comment.
What'd
Says
she say?
we all know what she was doing down there, talking about Gigi. Down one more. That one.
Yeah, ain't no telling what Gigi was doing down in her mouth. Mm-mm.
so Chuck, how old are you?
74?
74.
He said, Chuck.
Better than what he called you last night.
And Gigi, how old are you?
Never ask a woman for her age.
81.
69. My favorite number. Also, Preston's favorite position.
You messing with my woman?
Hell no.
Every day.
Listen, you got to start paying the bill.
You gotta start keeping her happy.
I don't know what you're talking
My
about. You
damn
haven't even
job.
paid child support. I'm shutting up.
What child? I'm fixed. You know about the child? No, I don't. Don't lie to me.
That's tasteless, disgusting, and offensive.
Who said that?
A little bit.
Who the hell said that?
The voices in your head.
Oh. God damn it.
Which ones?
Oh my god.
Josh, you got some explaining to do.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Gigi, what do you do for a living?
Anybody with letter?
and Charles,
Yeah. What?
what do you do? What do you do for a living?
Drinks grape Kool-Aid and smokes marijuana.
She said it. I live off the good.
At least I gave you a compliment, not an insult, bastard.
I just told the truth. Guys, if you ever want to meet up with Gigi and do it, she gives out great jobs off of 3rd and 4th Street. Hook you up.
Gotta look for the red light.
That's right.
Caution light.
Bling, bling.
Gigi,
Yes.
you got all your teeth?
Hell no.
No,
Pat,
I got some good lips, though.
You saying you gum it?
hey Pat,
My
Yeah.
dentures fell out last night, but
did
I
you
don't
bring
know
some
where
Jared
they went.
Tom?
Jared told
Yeah.
me. You need some?
It's past your bedtime.
My bedtime.
Mhm.
You older than me.
The hell I am.
The hell you is?
I look better.
No, I don't think so.
Feel
You
like a
already said
burnt
Jason,
cinnamon.
Jason Cutler, that was a sexy man.
Jason blind as hell.
So we officially have everybody in chat laughing at I'm
They're laughing at that microphone in front of Gigi's face again. Hey!
Sorry. It's been a while.
Fucking swear.
One day.
One day, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we got some videos Brandon and I have been thinking about. And
Yeah.
we're gonna have Charles in there.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I didn't sign no fucking paperwork.
Make sure you get paid, Charles. Don't
Yeah.
let
I'm
them
gonna
rent
get
you
trust
out
me.
for
I'm gonna
free.
get fucking paid. Best
With
believe.
what? Food stamps?
Hey, I'm using your EBT card.
That's fucked up.
What? Black?
Oh wait, no, that's
Preston is
welfare.
here.
Welfare. That's right. That's welfare.
My cheeks hurt. Oh.
Oh.
Anyway, Charles, we're gonna use Charles in some videos we're gonna do. There's one out there, one with the beer can you guys are in the parking lot. Man, that thing was hilarious. I wish you'd put that on.
Oh, you talking about with Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just going to put him out of his misery. That guy ain't worth shit.
And I got a promotion to underneath Pat's desk.
Listen, I can't take this woman nowhere. I took her to church and she was trying to blow the preacher. Somebody like, get right with Jesus. She's like, I'm right here, baby. Can't take it nowhere.
They call that a confession for a reason.
Well, you gotta take the shit to the booth, not for everybody.
Because I wasn't an altar boy.
Some bitch.
My bad.
Preston's officially in tears.
He cried like a little crybaby. Look at him.
Oh.
Shit.
Best comment of the night right here, guys. Jen Hasbrook says, "Why does Gigi sound like Jeremiah?"
So I'll make a bet.
Yeah, come on, Gigi.
That
tell him
within 3 minutes, Joseph Hasbro will get in that comment section and
100%.
beat that comment.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know who the
I'll
hell they
bet
are.
money on that.
Wait a second. Are you talking about Jeremiah, the drummer for Tragic?
You're the one you was trying to blow off.
Hell yeah, that's a sexy motherfucker. What you
Man,
trying
and
to
listen,
say?
every man you look at is sexy. Your eyes don't even move. God damn.
You know why my eyes don't move?
Because they glued.
No, because this dumbass ripped my eyelids off.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Charles, where are you from?
From my mama.
From your mama.
Yeah.
But don't tell daddy he a faggot. Oh, I can't say that.
You
Sorry.
can't say that. Jesus Christ, can you bleep her out? Hey, just put the blurry little thing on her face.
Charles, you know you guys on video, right?
And
I said, well, I'm just letting you know, buddy.
ask me if I care.
Hey, me and you've been friends a long time. I'm just letting you know, man.
Who are you?
Now, are you older or younger than Pat, Charles?
I'm older. But he don't listen to me.
He's uglier too.
Tell you what.
Look at it, gray hair, mustache, gray eyebrows, eyes that don't move. Got a hand stuck up his ass and they still don't move.
I hate my life.
You keep on with the foot up that ass too.
You check your prostate. You lucky these damn fingers don't work. I'll flip you off.
What you gonna do? Flip them off of my knees?
Pick me up, Brandon. Take me over there. I'm out. You be lucky. You lucky as hell you got me.
Charles, you know I love you.
Been a long time since I slapped me an old man. Shit about to get real.
Gigi, what about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Hardy's. Shit. I'm from.
God damn.
Whip that. Whip that. Okay.
Was that the front or the back?
Both.
That wasn't the queef, dirty Jesus. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I can't think. Alzheimer's is kicking in.
Now drive my tail, man. Give me a drink, Brandon.
Alzheimer's.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia,
Appreciate it. You're welcome.
on the outskirts of Fulton Industrial, and I was found in the dumpster behind the Dollar Tree.
Who found you?
Amazon.
A midget stripper.
Oh, that makes sense.
His name was Tic Tac.
What I tell you about telling my fucking name?
My bad.
Here we go again.
Oh,
I'll tell you,
my
I will
God.
buy a pump. I will fix this thing tomorrow. Was that recorded?
Somebody said I was abandoned. No, I was adopted. See, look. I got practice. Preston, you want to try?
Sexual harassment is no joke, sweet cans.
Shit, I'm out.
Oh
Look at them
man.
damn dirty feet. You ain't making no money on OnlyFans.
No, but I got
Here we go, Cody. talk
Gigi
shit.
actually was her name was Peggy at 1st,
Mhm.
and Brandon, I was having a bad anxiety attack one year, and Brandon handed me Gigi, and he goes, "Just make her your own." And I was like, "Okay." So I started.
You molested her.
I started. Like put her in my own character, and then she went from being Peggy to Gigi, which stands for Gangsta Grandma.
That's right, I cut a bitch.
Stop talking. And but Brandon will sit there and tell you like he was so good at it because he would like sit there and have arguments with himself. And
Kind of like this.
give me my damn hat back. What's wrong with you? Jesus. Nobody wants to see Mr. Clean.
You ain't clean.
You like a retired version.
But anyway, like we I've had so much fun with her and everything, and
You should see him make out.
it,
Fucking weird.
it really what it.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! I gotta
She just ripped my fucking leg off.
You got in the way. Sorry.
Well, put it back.
I'll put it back later.
go. Hey, Peggy. I humped hired.
It's one of those that take a second to get to you.
Yeah.
Charles, Bojangles and Cairo hiring.
I just got fired.
Popeyes.
Why do I feel like
I'm gonna
that's
let
talking
that go. I
towards me?
feel like pig leg there.
Oh my.
Oh, guys, we're losing followers. as we speak.
Oh man. So
It's like a strap on. You gotta put it on.
Jesus Christ, Peggy.
Gigi.
Listen, y'all can wait till y'all get home now. Come on, man. I want
Wow.
to see this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell said that?
The voice is in your head, Charles.
Damn, oh, my phone.
Can we get voices by Motionless and Wide on that track?
oh, I can't breathe.
Welcome to Off the Rails
You can't breathe.
podcast.
She said she can't breathe. I'll give you my mouth. Come here. Girl, I'm gonna make you mad. You better stop, Josh. I don't give a damn about Josh. He's not here. I am.
She don't like Tic Tacs.
Jade,
What?
you ever made it with a puppet?
No, I have not.
You want to? Brandon, take my jacket off. Come on, unzip it. Shit's hot. Stop biting on me.
I was trying to take your hoodie off, baby.
I don't want you. Hold it together,
Oh
dummy.
my god.
Quit breaking character, fool.
Where your head at?
What do you think it is?
Where's your head?
Oh man. Well, I think that's going to conclude it for Off the Report podcast.
Peggy,
Yeah.
did you pay the light bill?
Did you pay the food stamps?
Fuck no.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Okay, anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
Okay.
She always does that.
She always does it. I don't know what it is. She always yeets herself out of conversation.
Probably your yeast infested hands. All right, guys, I'm out. I love you. Asshole. Hey, Cody.
What?
Fuck you.
Oh man. So I can't. So we officially have the chat said that they
Did they all quit? I can't see.
no, they're
No,
still
they're
there.
still there.
Still there.
Hanging in there.
Are they? What the
I
fuck
always
is wrong
do
with
a
you
lot of
people?
Laughing my ass off and oh my god and LOLs and
See an angry face up there too.
yeah.
Why would you put this on the internet, for fuck's sakes?
Kiss my ass.
We have Melissa said I needed this today. But we definitely we want to thank Pat, Brandon, Cody, and Preston for coming on, and special guests Charles and Gigi.
Kiss my ass.
Charles,
Hey,
shut up.
fuck you.
Hey. I'll fart on
Hey,
your ass.
Pat, you ain't got no underwear on.
Charles, okay.
You don't touch me. You ain't no priest.
Stay down there. Shut your mouth. No more. No more. No more tonight. Okay. No more. No.
I wish you'd grab me on the mouth like that.
Come here. Come here, Gigi.
So welcome to OTR, which has now been renamed Off the Rails Podcast, apparently.
Great show.
Oh, man.
She said I'm creeped out a little bit.
a little.
Hey, you wish you come on over here. I'll creep
Well,
you out.
this hand feels familiar.
Hey, it's almost like a Chinese version puppet. Her mouth moves and she talks.
Ole!
Oh my God. Melissa says, thank you, Gigi. I'm
Son of a bitch.
Melissa says, thank you for, oh God. Thank you all for everything you do for the music community. We appreciate all of you. So definitely thank you guys for everything that you do for the local music community and the photography and the videos. And Cody, I cannot wait to hear your new song that you're coming out with.
Butterfly in the sky.
Super excited to hear that. But thank you everybody for watching and
Thank you guys.
for coming out.
Appreciate it so
And,
much.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Had fun.
Absolutely.
Do it again.
For sure. We're definitely gonna have to do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, this needs to happen again. This was good for the mental health.
it was. I had a
This
great
brought the happy chemicals.
What?
I want to fuck your people.
You like the way that strange? You like the way that strange feels? Okay.
I guess
In the name of all that is good and decent, no more for today!